Well, I'm recording. I've got Bunjie Jr. here for another Crossbow Appreciation Month right here on Death by Bunjie, your only source in the whole world for Crossbow Appreciation Month. I made up Crossbow Appreciation Month 2 years ago. Can you believe that? I made up Crossbow Appreciation Month just because I did it on a lark. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it or not, but I actually just decided I was going to go ahead and do 31 videos in 31 days. August is a great month for people to get out there and start getting the crossbow out if you haven't already. Start shooting that crossbow on a regular basis, get comfortable with it, work out the kinks with your gear, and enjoy the meet and greet. Meet is spelled M-E-A-T if you're into such things. We're going on a boar hunt here soon. Bunjie Jr. here will be a big part of that. Watch the video on Bunjie Jr. here if you haven't already, and check on the earlier Crossbow Appreciation Month videos. This is pretty cool stuff. What's the name of that crossbow?
Bunjie Jr.
Yeah. She's been out practicing with this thing in the backyard. Now, in my book, The Death by Bunjie Crossbow Story, Confessions of a Crossbow Hunter, you should pick up a copy of that book off Amazon.com if you haven't done so already. Look who I'm talking to. You're a friend of Bunjie. You've already ordered a copy, haven't you? But in all seriousness, it's a great book. I worked very hard on it, and I hope you will enjoy that book. In that book, it's subtitled Confessions of a Crossbow Hunter, and one of the confessions I talk about is the amount which I practice. That's actually talked about in that book. Genevieve needs to do a whole bunch of practice because this is brand new for her, and if she's going to accompany me in the field, if she's going to accompany Bunjie in the field, then she needs to be proficient with Bunjie Jr. here. She's been out shooting this in the backyard, but one of the things I point out in my book is you can only learn so much in the backyard. There are plenty of lessons for life, lessons for crossbow hunting, in fact, that you can't learn in the backyard. Yukon roving is a technique that I did a little bit of on my own when I first started hunting with Bunjie that first season before I went out in the woods, shooting at a deer target, for example, from a tree stand. I don't know who came up with the term Yukon roving, but you can bet they didn't live in Pennsylvania. But setting it up at random distances for Genevieve was part of my plan to make her proficient with this weapon. So what I did is I actually set up some targets, and we had a great afternoon going around in the grove shooting at the targets. We're going to stretch her skills a little bit today and try some 3D style shooting here in the grove of trees here. So what I've done is, I don't think you can see it up there, there is a boar target set up here. I'm going to let her come around here and we're going to do a little pretend mock spot and stalk. She doesn't know where it's set up really. She's waiting on the other side of the tractor shed. She is over in there, so other side of the tractor shed. So she can probably hear me talking, but when I'm done with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let her come around here. She will discover the target and see it for the first time and trying to get a shot on it. Now, to do that, remember all the ash trees I had to cut and all that stuff? There's still some of them sitting up here, so this will be kind of a nice little rest for her. Kind of a spot and stock style hunt. Can you see it up there? Up there? Don't tell Genevieve, but I think that's about a 12-yard shot, so we'll see how we make out. I've got the other target behind it, just to sort of use it as a backup. If she misses those entirely, then we're out of luck, right? But on the other hand, if she hits the boar target and if it starts to go through, if it goes all the way through, I think that second target will stop it. That Cabela's target in and of itself is unable to stop the arrows out of that suppressor. Just not going to work. You can see that the javelina target has seen better days. I tried to paint it a little bit. Genevieve and I tried to paint it a little bit, but the chickens got after it back when we had chickens, and they went through and ate the whole face off the thing. I don't know why the face was so tasty, but that's just what happened. So we painted it up a little bit, make it look a little better. It was a javelina, now it's a spotted hog. How about that?
lot easier than the other one.
Notice how the arrow protrudes into the stirrup opening. Two reasons for that, okay? One is that if you go to put your foot in there to uncock it, you'll kick that arrow out. So there is a certain measure of safety because of that, see? The other reason that's important is you don't want it sticking all the way past that, because you're walking through the woods on this little spot and stalk, it'll catch on stuff. So that's really the perfect amount of length of arrow. That's why you stick with that length of arrow, okay?
Yeah.
Now, pointing that away from people, understanding it's loaded, but it's on safe, right?
Yep.
All right, let's go do it. You're going to sneak around. I'm going to be your videographer.
Okay.
Point it at the ground, swing it past you, over that way. Let's head out there. Let's follow Genevieve on her first spot and stalk boar hunt. Oh, you got to be quiet. Let's sneak up on it. Can you see a shooting rest?
Yeah.
Okay. Get right up there on your shooting rest. Hold on, let me get where I can see. I think I got a pretty good shot. I think you're at 15 yards. Now, do you know what that means? It means you'll shoot between the 10, the bottom 10, bottom of the 10 line, and the 20. There's a gap. You're going to put that gap right on his vitals. You got a clear shot?
Yeah.
Take it whenever you're ready. Let's go see what happened. All right. The cross, we can carry it. You feel comfortable carrying it still?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's walk right up there. See how we made out. You hit something, right?
Oh, good.
See if your dad can get up there without killing himself. Oh, look at that. You can't do better than that.
Yeah.
Good job, kid. Look at that. That's a dead javelina or pig or boar or whatever this faceless thing is. So tell us, walk us through what happened, Genevieve.
Well, this is my first boar hunt ever. And we came up around the tractor shed here, and right at 15 yards, we have a nice little pig here.
And you made a good shot on him. Look at that. Or her, we don't really know. But that's the important thing. You couldn't ask for a better shot at 15 yards. And it was a good test too. I want to point out, one reason that was a really good test is because it was at 15 yards. It wasn't an easy 20, an easy 30, an easy 10, anything like that. You had to use the gap in the reticles a little bit and understand that. That was a little bit much for the first time here, but I think you did a good job.
I think so.
So good job, kid. I'm proud of you. Dad couldn't be more proud. Arrow. Oh, man. That ain't coming out.
Oh, no.
Nope. And I didn't bring an arrow puller with me. So that is not coming out. We're going to shoot around it. Okay?
Okay.
So we'll take the target home with us. Woo! Seriously, I lubed that arrow a little bit. This is not the block target, the new block target that I bought. The new block target that I bought, I can pull them out easily. This is not going to budge. So I'll go home with the arrow puller and pull it out. This is one of the reasons that we're not using the Pro Flight arrows, the fancier arrows that I bought, Genevieve. We're using these, which apparently fly perfectly. You can't ask for better arrow flight. And the penetration wasn't bad either. It didn't go all the way through. I was afraid of that. So we're good in that sense. but we're gonna leave that arrow in and carefully shoot around it. It's gonna be tough for Genevieve. I don't want her hitting those arrows if we can avoid it, but I still want her to get the practice of making a good shot. So we'll see how we make out with that. I'm gonna set this up for another little spot and stalk, and we'll go from there. All right, I got it set up here again. This will be a 20-yard shot. A little bit quarter two, just a little bit, same as the other one, just a little bit quarter two, because I want her to get a little bit more comfortable with that. The boars that I shot at, they're quarter and two, it seems like, because they kind of onto you, if that makes any sense. But we'll get a little shot on this guy again, see how we make out. So what I got here is this little collection of this mess of ash logs here, ash firewood. If you look, the boars down here, it's going to be a nice 20-yard shot, a convenient 20-yard shot. But the challenge on this little test is going to be getting comfortable on this low-lying rest. She's going to have to figure out a way to get comfortable on here and use this log as a rest to take that 20-yard shot. So that'll be pretty neat. See how it goes. Look at this kid. This kid, I don't know that I need to be up that high up in the air, but this kid, who's out of focus right now, but that's okay, she's working. This kid cocked this crossbow by herself, and I want to thank Friends of Bunjie. I'm not going to name them because some people are a little uncomfortable with that, but I will say that I really appreciate the tips. In particular, one friend of Bunjie, and you know who you are, suggested that I do buy the EXT cranking system, that little blue doohickey that's on there. Genevieve could not cock this crossbow with the C2 crank system, the original crank system. I could do it. A little nervous with it. This is night and day. This other more expensive, it's a more expensive crank. It wasn't cheap. It was like 220 bucks, 230 bucks. But totally worth it. Man, what a difference. I mean, she can do this on her own. I don't know about uncocking it, but I know that cocking it we can do, okay? So I might invest in a decocking arrow for this one. I hate to do that because it seems kind of like against my way of doing things, you know? Like I like to cock them and uncock them. That's what I do with Bunjie. So I should be able to do that with this crossbow as well. But we will see. Right now, she's doing a really good job, and I think she's got the hang of it. She actually, I was up setting up the target for the next shot here, and she went and cocked this thing herself. Can you believe that? So our mock boar hunt here continues. Let's get another round in here and shoot another boar. Fill another tag.
Yeah.
Stalking boar number 2. Oh,
Yeah.
I gotta be quiet. Got a nice breeze and everything. Keeping the bugs away. All right. Okay. You don't want to head off to your left. Don't head off in there. Don't go over there. Go up to your right a little bit. Up that knob. We'll see if you can get up in there and where can you get where you got a shot? You're gonna either have to kind of lay down, or you're gonna have to maybe sit here with the crossbow over here to your left or something. I don't know. Do you think you can shoot from there? I'm not gonna sit down because I won't be able to get back up. I don't know how I'm gonna be as a cameraman for you if you ever do this. You good? We're recording. It's a 20-yard shot. Were you going to ask me that? Or did you already know that?
You already told me that.
I told you that? Can you see it good?
Yep.
Take a shot. Whenever you're ready. Hit something. Well, that's pretty sweet. Look at that group. You know, it's starting to look a lot like your dad's wild boar from the meet and greet last year with a couple of arrows in them. I cannot think of a better way to spend my Father's Day. We're recording this on Father's Day, and to be able to hunt with my daughter. That's fantastic. So Genevieve, thank you very much for coming out here and shooting a little bit with your dad.
You're welcome.
Thank you for doing such a great job. Thank you for watching. Well, I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you are enjoying Crossbow Appreciation Month as much as I am. I am so glad to be back. I am so glad to have this trophy room and the ability to come to you from this trophy room, sharing my love of the crossbow, my love of Bunjie, my love of Bunjie Jr. with you, friends of Bunjie. Until next time, all hail Bunjie Jr. Actually, Genevieve should say that.